So what's up, y'all? Um, I'm starting this YouTube thing. I'm seeing how this works. Give it a try. All right. So let's see. Talk about Barcelona. Been here for 8 months now. 8 months. Um, yeah, it's been an experience. That's for damn sure. It has been something I'm just like, huh? I ain't never expect some shit like this. No, but Barcelona has been something. So, but I'll get into the pros of how I feel about Barcelona, or my personal opinion. What is what I experienced. Um, so for one, the food, right? The food here is is more healthy. It's more healthy. I'll say that, and more fresh. So you taste that aspect. Like if you're making eggs, not all the time you don't got that seasoning. It's cool without it. Like you don't necessarily need it. But eggs in America, yes, you do. The food variety out here, like they got variety from like all over, but I will say maybe it's not as heavily seasoned as in America, which could be a good or bad thing depending on your taste buds. Um, Also, too, I have noticed that a lot of people don't use their seasonings out here. Like if you go to like you cooking right and you just happen to grab a seasoning, it's stiff. It's like, well, damn, how long ago did you buy this? You just don't touch it, but that seems to be a thing around here. Um, but the food out here, like you got a good variety, but the taste is depending on what you like. I personally think America food tastes better, but it's more chemicals, bad for your body, all that unhealthy stuff. But some people here for a good time, not a long time. Next thing we'll talk about is the cost. So the cost of things out here is fairly cheaper, right? Now, €1 is about $1.14 to US dollar, right? Um, so it's like not too much of a difference, but the price out here is a lot better. Like maybe one video or episode, whatever you want to call it, I'll do like a food shopping so I can like see the different prices and what you do. You can feed people like per two people for maybe like 40, €50 a week. And that's like the max, to be honest. Like that's just maybe being greedy. Like if you grab the essentials like protein, vegetables, and whatever starch you decide to eat, it's real cool. Yeah, you can get a good stretch out here. Um, but the cost of everything is like convenient. Like even transportation, like to get like a monthly Metro pass, is €22, and that's cheap for like all month. To ride like any train out here, not any train, but for the most part, to get you around in the city. Um, I think a one way or one transfer kind of thing, a single ticket is €265. So ain't nothing crazy, but the cost out here is really cheap. Like is fairly, but also too like the pay matches with like the rate. So it's like you may not get paid as much as in America, but obviously things are cheaper here. Rent too. You can find a good place to rent out. Granted, like most places are like flats, and like you can get your own place if you want to, but it probably be similar to America. Like the one place we saw was about 1,100, but it wasn't worth 1,100. Like probably could have talked her down, but it's all depends. Transportation is very reliable. The metro is real cool. Take you everywhere. The farthest you probably got to travel is maybe like an hour, maybe a little bit more over an hour, and that's from like one end to the other. Maybe like Barcelona to maybe like Foneria, like Folk kind of area, or Montjuic, the Montjuic area. But no, you can barely get around fairly easy. There's different lines, and the transportation out here, like you read the signs. Everybody got some type of GPS or Google Maps, whatever your case may be, and it's clear as day. Like it'll show you blue line, the green line, red line, and you may not be familiar with the words, but if you just match it up with what you see, it's easy to get around. Yeah, it's real reliable here. I will say the R1 takes you further to like different beaches, whether it be like the south, like going to Sitges or like Cali de Fels, or going north. Went to the beach the other day. Um, it was like Saints del Mar, something like that, Saint del Mar. But that's like about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours out. But the R1 takes you in those directions. The R1, because it is that only line, it has a lot of problems. The first time I came out here and I was going from Sitges to Barcelona, the line wasn't working. So me and my friend had to catch a taxi. That taxi was 80 euros. That was wrong. Like I was so pissed. But luckily we was together and we split it because paying 80 euros by yourself for one trip that's not your fault, crazy. But but yeah, other than that, everything else would be cool out here as far as traveling. The weather out here is real dope. The weather out here is calm. Between like a cool 70s, 80s. In April, it was around maybe like 70s, or maybe like 60s, 70s, but it was a little like getting over the cold. May it rained a good amount of times, but we're still like 70s. And this week coming up, this week is like high 70s, low 80s. So it's a good temperature out here. It ain't done too bad. It do get hot. It gets hot. Like at nighttime, have you an AC or a fan, and most places don't have ACs, so it can get hot. So careful when you come. But the weather out here is like it's always sunny. It's real dope. You get to walk around, get to sightsee and all that. So it's dope. I like it. Architecture out here. Now that's what I like to say. Like as far as like the old style, like it's very old, but some places are well kept more. So like landlords, taking care of the place as far as like getting it cleaned and all that. So it can have the old building will be old, but it'll be clean sometimes. But yeah, like even looking at the works of art, like you were walking down the street and they have like the big giant doors, and it'll be like the small little door that you enter through. And this is different, and this is like, oh okay, like yeah, this ain't what I'm used to at all, and I like to see that. Especially like the carvings of like in the stone and making pictures out of it. It's like, damn, how long did that take you? But it's just like it's nice to see the artwork in like a sculpture and into buildings or even cyberfamilia. Like somebody told me that the structure of each like how they assembling it is from like Bible verses, I believe, and it looks real good. It looks real good. Not really good, but it's dope to see because it's like damn, like the detail in that, it's detailed. Like no wonder it's taking them this long to finish it, but yeah, it's something to see, and it's not your average or typical thing you see from America anyway. But it's nice to look at. Activities. They got a lot of activities out here, similar to like America. Like they got bowling, they got movie theaters. Some of the movie theaters are in English, so if you want to see a movie, you can. It'll have like maybe Spanish subtitles. So it's good that they're accommodating for that because obviously being in a native speaking country, English seems to be secondary. Even though French is right there, most conversations I have when talking with people, they either know Spanish, Catalan, or English, and that's real dope. So it makes it a lot more easier to get around, even though not everybody speaks English, and my Spanish ain't. I thought it was gonna be easy to learn Spanish, y'all. No, I'm even taking Spanish classes, and it's 98% Spanish. So like I know some of the words he's talking about. Maybe I can understand the topic, but when he just talking to me, I'm just looking at him like, like, I don't know what you're saying. But we all try to work together to try to figure out what's the topics. But it'll be like the simple stuff, whether you're talking about like how to order food or different, I don't know, different things you just look at as obviously you starting off with Spanish. But that's cool. And activities, yeah, like they got bowling, yeah, like I said, movies and other stuff. So it's real easy. They got go-karts out here. I've yet to do go-karts. I want to do that. But yeah, next one is people. The people are cool. Like you, obviously, look at how I look is not common around here. Like me being a black man from America. Like there are black people here, but maybe they're from like Africa or France or maybe from the UK, and you can tell that my skin tone is like different than theirs. Um, and yeah, like so in America, I don't know if this is a universal thing, probably just an American thing. If you see another black person, you'd be like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, or like a man, they'd be like, "I see you, my brother," kind of thing. Out of 8 months, I maybe got like four head nods. As I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" Like that's like, and I don't think they were American, but they could have been, but I don't know. Everybody else, they'll just look at you, and just keep moving. It's like, all right, I mean, we all struggling out here, brother, but you know, to each his own. And so it's one of those things where like, damn, bro, okay. But for the most part, everybody is cool. A lot of people are nice. A lot of people want to smile and interact with you. And then you get those people too. Well, that's another video. I'll talk about the other side of people. Um, the travel is real convenient out here. Um, like if you want to go to France, like when I first time I came here, I went to France. Then I came here, and I think my flight ticket was 45 euros, and it was maybe like a 2 hour plane ride, maybe. So it's real cheap. Once you go over here, you can go to any country. It's real easy to travel once you're out here, or it's cheaper to travel when you're out here. So ain't about nothing. Portugal is right there. Morocco is close by. Yeah, like all different places. So it's easy to travel when you're out here. Uh, the nightlife. The nightlife, they party. Now, nightlife is typically majority, Latin music or techno. They got some like pop and American music too. Like you'll hear that for sure. But most places I've been to, was definitely like techno and Latin. But it was cool though. I can handle about a good 2-3 hours of that, right? Doing the same little two step or like trying to get into it, right? And then like I do, but then at some point I do be like, all right, when is it gonna be done? But they be going hard. Like one of my favorite places is Apollo. Apollo had like this big room. I'll see if I can like. I have videos of it. I'm gonna see if I can post the videos in this video. But yeah, it's just like everybody be like jamming, people be going in. Now, if you gotta do what you gotta do to get you to that point, it's all you. If you know what I mean. But it's a really good time. I enjoy it. I enjoy it more now that I've been here for a good minute. So yeah, I like it. They also have hip hop parties that I found out. So I went to one last month. Got there very very late, but they have one every month. What it seems like the first one I heard about was in May, and that's when they continue. And I'm like, okay. I think it's the first Friday of every month until maybe August. I think August is like the last one that I've seen, but the next one is like a 90s 2000 R&B kind of thing. So definitely gonna go to that. Maybe I'll do like a get ready with me or that kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, nightlife. So yeah, it'd be anywhere from like the most bars and clubs. Well, bars would be open maybe around like 8, 9, maybe 10. Sometimes they close like at 2. But you got the clubs like Apollo that maybe open around like 12, I think. Or they start jumping around like 12. No, they start around 12. People don't get there to maybe like 2, maybe 3. And then they party until like 6. Like, yo, party. And the next thing you know, they go into 365 or Vivery to have breakfast and then I guess sleep the day away. But it's like one of the things like, damn, they had to party. I'm cool with it. Like I can do it sometimes, but other times it's like, all right, I'm tired, play. It's one of those things where like your friends keep going, all right, where to next? Home. That's where I want to go next. Home. But we'll see. But yeah, nightlife is pretty cool out here. Yeah, just be open to it. Open to trying out different experiences. Seeing the music, seeing the culture, and the style. Next would be safety. So with safety, now as a man, as a black man, I feel more safe. Because obviously I'm more so the threats. But yeah, I mean, I just be selling down the street. Nobody, I mean, people look at me, but they also try to kind of avoid me in a sense. You know what I mean? But hey, cool with me. I mean, now I'm less of a target, right? But obviously, if you think about it, if you go out, like say if you go to certain parts, like okay, the bad parts is like El Raval or Rambla, and they're within like 5 to 10 minute walking distance from each other. You'll be able to tell those are more the bad areas because of maybe you see trash on the ground, you see like sloppy graffiti kind of thing. So that's how maybe it's like the bad area. But typically, I feel safe. Like even with those areas, like as long as you smart about it, you stay with your friends, or if you go by yourself, like you're cool going out by yourself, but obviously be smart. Don't overdrink. Don't get too drunk or like do drugs or too many drugs. Do what you want to do, and keep your stuff secure. But yeah, it's fairly safe around here. I feel safe. They talk about pickpocketers a lot. I've yet to experience anything like that. It's like a lot of people are careless, to be honest. And that's how most of the stuff end up losing. Maybe they're just not paying attention or something. I don't know. But for me, knock on wood, hope never have to get in this situation. But I've been cool so far. So safety, I feel safe here. I'll say that. Now, I want to talk about healthcare. Healthcare is crazy, right? I even had to pull up the facts just because it was ridiculous for me. So I have asthma, right? I'm an asthmatic. Oh, healthcare is free out here. So healthcare, the taxpayers' dollars goes back into healthcare, which is the best thing. Honestly, it should be like that, on my opinion. But okay, so like obviously, with me having asthma, I gotta pay for my medicine or prescriptions that require me to live. Things I didn't ask for, but I have to buy them, unfortunately. So now, in America, right? In America, I take this. This is like a night and day kind of thing to help my like breathing. I don't necessarily take it every night and day because my asthma is more controlled now, but it's still essential every now and then. Now in America, this right here. See, I'll put this right there. $88.08 for that, and this is a 30-day supply. 30 days. That's it. That's how long I get to live for 30 days, right? Now this is the equivalent to that, right? I just got this maybe like a few days ago. This is maybe like a lesser brand. I used to actually take this back in America too. If you tell my doctor there's different prescription depending on my my insurance. Yeah, like depending on my medical insurance, like it will cover what. And this is a 60-day, so pretty much same thing, right? Guess how much this shit costs? €4.13. €4.13 for the same thing. You're like, yo, that price is crazy. Like, what do you mean? America is a ripoff, bro. Like, and I know not even just me. Like, people who have like other, I don't want to say diseases, but what is it called? I don't know. But health conditions. Health conditions that, they can't control, and now we got to pay an arm and a leg for something that is out of our control. Crazy, right? And now, let me show you this. I also take this, too. It's a Pro Air or, albuterol. It is for, like, a rescue inhaler, in, like, emergency situations, right? In America. And this is, so, I know other people with asthma, and we pretty much agree on that this one is like the lesser brand. This one is just like I guess, if need be. It works, but, this in America costs $42.99. $43 for this. Guess how much that shit costs here? And now, okay, so the one I got here. Now this one is the better version of it. I took this in America. This one is the better version. This one is like top of the line. It's top shelf right here. This here costs, it got a little old, but 41 cents, y'all. 41 cents. Like, when I tell you America, yo, like, are you serious? Like I'm paying for my life, and I got paid that much. It's crazy. So shout out to the healthcare team. Yeah. Healthcare is the wild one. It doesn't cover dental. Um, Now, yeah, it doesn't cover dental unless you're under 15, I believe, and it will cover if you have an emergency. Like I don't know if it's like a root canal situation or anything of that nature. Then I think it's covered, but I'm not necessarily sure. But they don't do like checkups or anything like that. So another pro for me is this is personal, but like the modeling aspect. So with me getting into modeling, right now in America, there's plenty of modeling opportunities for sure, but majority of the times it's mostly just you doing it for free, kind of thing in a way, or like for what's it called, promotion, I guess, and thing. Um, and it's cool. Like you get yourself out there, you meet new people, you network. That's the perks of like doing events. You get to know more people, get more opportunities. Now in America, I was modeling for about 2 years. I did get paid, but maybe only like 2 or 3 times. Um, and yeah, that was cool. Like but other people that are models, they get paid. So I would just happen to get paid only a few times, but other people do get paid. Some people make a living off that. Um, but yeah, for me, there's opportunities, but it wasn't really paid opportunities. Here, a good amount of opportunities, but it also is like they're looking for a particular person depending on the project. Now, this website I found, um, they pretty much they'll post castings of different things, and this is typically just what they may be looking for. Maybe they're looking for a person with tattoos, or maybe looking for a black person. And majority of times when I go to a shoot, obviously I'm the minority and I'm the only black person there. So they like to show diversity, right? um, so yeah, with me being that, it's more easy for me to get the role, easy for me to get paid, and it's not like a lot. Maybe I think the most I got paid was like €100, but I mean, hey, it's still something. It's money, so it's definitely good. Um, and yeah, so that's been a pro for me. Like, it's cool. I met some dope people out here. Got some good photographers. And yeah, so those are some of the pros that I have about Barcelona. Um, I'm pretty sure I will do a post on like maybe my Instagram or something like that, saying like questionnaires, or even here, comment some questions that you may have that maybe I can answer in another video. And yeah, then I'll be doing a cons list next, and yeah, we'll kick it off from there and see how it all goes. So appreciate y'all watching. You know, feedback, whatever you want to say. This is all my personal opinion about Barcelona and what I experienced. And yeah, so catch y'all later.